Alright, this is Unit 2, Section 1 homework about identifying functions. So this first half is just telling whether or not something is a function or is not. So looking at number 1, I would only look at my x values. So these are ordered pairs, in case you forgot. Ordered pairs are x comma y. And to tell if it's a function, I only care about the x, which is the first number. So I've already done this one. So all you do is you look. So I circled each x value, and you want to see if any number repeats. If it does not repeat, so everything is different, it is a function. In this case, look, I have two 2's, so I have a number that repeats, which you cannot have. So this is not a function. So that's fairly simple. Looking at number 2, very, very similar. I have a table now. Okay, so here's my x values, here's my y values. To tell if it's a function, I only care about the x values. So this one's a little easier, I think, just because all your x's are in one column. So I just go through and look. And I just want to see if any number repeats. So I have 3, -1, 0, 2, 3. So if you notice, I have 2 3's right here, which means it repeats, and because it repeats, this is not a function. And that's the answer. That's all we're looking for on these, just function or not a function. Okay. Number 3. Now, the ovals with the arrows, this is called a mapping, but I'm going to do the same thing, right? I only care about the x values over here, and so I don't need to look at y. Now, to tell if an x value repeats on a mapping like this, it would have to have 2 or more arrows from the same x, okay? So if I look at these, -3 has 1 arrow, -1 has 1 arrow, 2 has 1 arrow, 4 has 1 arrow. So if they all have just 1 or no arrows, this would be a function. And that's the answer. That's it. Alright, next one, we have a graph with some points plotted. Now remember, for a graph, you have to do what's called the vertical line test. This is where I draw a vertical line, and I should never pass through more than one point on the graph. Okay, so all those vertical lines, okay, like I could even draw one right here. I didn't pass through more than one. Now I didn't pass through any, but that's okay. I can do 1 or 0. I cannot do 2 or more. So none of these vertical lines passed through more than one point, so this would be a function. And that's my answer. On the next one, we have another graph. Now this one has a line, so it's a little different. But I'm going to do the same thing. I can do the vertical line test. Now, you can draw the vertical line anywhere, but there should be no place on the graph where a vertical line would cross more than one time. So if I pick any random spot on here, doesn't matter where it is, right? I can do all these. I never touch that line more than one time, so this would be a function. And I'm done. Okay, next question, number 6. Ordered pairs again, so I'm only looking at my x values right here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because they are all different, nothing repeats, this would be a function. And that's it. So once you get the hang of it, most of these tend to be very, very easy, very quick. There's really no, I mean, you're doing math, but you're not showing any work really, except for like the circling stuff or the lines and all that. So number 7, I have another table. Again, I only care about x, nothing, like y doesn't matter. So if I go through these, -5, -3, 0, 1, 2, they're all different, so nothing repeats, and therefore it is a function. And my last one on this page is a graph. Now, if I draw a line over here, I don't pass through more than one point, but anywhere else over here, I pass more than one point. And because of that, it fails the vertical line test, which makes this not a function. And look, we're already done with the first page, which means this video is over.